So for this recipe, add some oil into a pan, and I'm using a anodized pan because it's very easy and convenient to cook in this. The heat is distributed evenly, and while seasoning also it doesn't stick on the vessel. So I've added finely chopped onions. This is around 2 onions. And I've added red onions instead of the white ones, and braise it till they are translucent. After that, add tomatoes. And braise it well. I have added around 2 small sized tomatoes. Once the tomatoes start watering, add some salt and continue to braise it so the excess amount of water and moisture gets out and it becomes it starts to little dry. Add the mutton, medium sized. And add some turmeric powder, garlic paste and ginger paste, around half a tablespoon each, 1 tablespoon of red chili powder. This is plain Kashmiri red chili powder. And add some water. Let it be on high flame and mix this. Continue to mix this for 5 to 10 minutes so that all these ingredients gets coated on it and it all mixes evenly. Add extra amount of water and check for the amount of water that it should cover this meat completely. Add salt. We have added salt during the seasoning and now also before cooking it, before the water starts boiling, add sufficient amount of salt. And close the vessel. Mutton doesn't require marination because it takes very long time to cook. So during the process of cooking, all the masala penetrates into the meat. Unlike chicken, chicken has to be marinated before. So heat some oil into a pan. And I've kept the flame at medium. Add the onions. And let this start evaporating, let all the water evaporate. And braise it till they turn brown. Empty it on the plate and let it cool down for some time. Meanwhile, add some desiccated coconut on a pan. And braise this. Don't keep the flame too high because it may instantaneously get burnt. So when you keep it on medium flame, the water also gets evaporated and it gets a brown tinge. So empty it on a plate and let it cool down. Meanwhile, keep a watch on the mutton that is getting cooked. And make a paste out of that coconut and the onions into a mixer, and add this when the mutton is almost 70% cooked, 70 to 80% cooked. That is the time you're going to add this paste. Don't add excess amount of water in the mixer because it's going to become too liquidy. We're just adding that paste to give a little extra flavor and to thicken this curry, to give a thick gravy. And add red Kolhapuri masala, and 1 teaspoon of garam masala, cumin powder, around half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and mix this. Just add this garam masala and all the other powders which I've added just around 10 minutes prior to putting the flame off. 10 to 15 minutes before. Just depends how tender the meat is. Depending on that, it will take time to cook. So the exact time is not accurate enough to tell you. Depending on the size of the meat and whether it's tender, the flame at that you're cooking it. And mix this. You can observe that after adding the paste, this gravy has thickened. It also adds to its flavor. Right amount of braising the coconut and the onions is important. And here it's ready. Very simple and easy recipe, but only since mutton requires a very long time, you have to be patient to allow it to cook at its own speed. Cooking time may vary. Initially let it cook at high heat, and later you can just lower the heat, keep it on medium for a very long period. So here it's done. Mutton, red masala. You can have this with chapati or roti. Very tasty and easy recipe.